Protests entered a new, more violent phase this week following the death of a young protester. VOA's Bill Gallo reports on how the semi-autonomous Chinese territory's 24-week-old protest movement is changing.
Hong Kong's protests may be smaller these days, but they're more violent, more frequent, and more unpredictable. Police crack down faster and firmer than ever. Last week saw the first death of a student protester. But 5 months in, Hong Kong's leaders still refuse to give in to the protesters' political demands.
I'm making this statement clear and loud here. That will not happen.
This week has seen an increase in hardcore protesters destroying public infrastructure. Pro-Beijing businesses or individuals have also been attacked. In some neighborhoods, the fight between police and protesters now resembles a battle for territory. The more aggressive tactics could be an attempt to reclaim international attention, says activist Edward Yu.
Right, for such a small city, trying to fight against an authoritarian regime, so we need international support, which probably can explain why in the past 4 days protesters in Hong Kong insist to have a stronger say and would like to have more severe action so as to arouse international concern.
Even with the more aggressive tactics, polls suggest the protesters still have widespread public support. But the violence isn't without critics.
Demanding five things, or we will burn down your railway stations on a regular basis, is not going to end happily anywhere in the world.
Steve Vickers is the former head of the Royal Hong Kong Police Criminal Intelligence Bureau.
This movement has come off the rails and is really out of control. And the violent element of it, or the sharp end of it, are destroying the message that the rest of them had established through large demonstrations which were peaceful.
But many argue peaceful protests weren't working. And with China's authoritarian Communist Party closing in, many protesters have decided they won't give in without a fight. The problem is only made worse by Hong Kong's inaction, says former lawmaker Emily Lau.
We are calling on everybody to calm down, to dial down, to de-escalate. But to do that, the Hong Kong government has to give something. You cannot just tell them, oh, you are protesters, go home. I'm not going to give you anything. Crazy. Look at the way things are. They're not going to react.
Both sides turning more violent, with no solution in sight. Bill Gallo, VOA News, Hong Kong.